Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Roberto Hernandez Stadium for Game 2 of the three-game series between the USC Aiken Pacers and the Georgia Southwestern Hurricanes. I am Marcus Johnson. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. Pacers dropped a close one last night to the Hurricanes by a score of 5-3, and the Pacers look to even up the series with Joel Haney on the mound getting the start. Haney making his 11th start on the year. He has a 3-3 record and a 4.67 ERA. Haney with 52 innings pitched, 43 hits, 27 runs, all of those earned runs, 46 strikeouts to 23 walks, and an opponent batting average of .229. Well, Haney is set to deal against Jake Blinstrup, who leads things off. Taking a first pitch strike, we are underway. Blinstrup, the leadoff man, also the leading hitter for the Hurricanes, a .371 average on the year. 1 homer, 23 RBIs as the pitch is in there for another call strike. Blinstrup also slugging .479 and a stellar on-base percentage of .483. And the 0-2 from Haney turned on and sent deep to right field, but that one is going to end up foul and out of the stadium. Last night, Blinstrup was definitely a tough out for the Pacers to get. He ended up coming around to score a couple of runs as the pitch misses low and away, 1-2. Had 5 plate appearances and got on base in 4 of them last night. Oh, Haney trying to get him to get out as this one is lofted out into left field. And there to make the catch is Josh Sharp for out number 1. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Pacer defense. Start out in the outfield with Josh Sharp, who made the putout. Jackson Hannon in center field. Over in right field is Jose Hernandez getting the nod. Into the infield we go. Caden Usry will be catching for Joel Haney. Over at first base, Joe Mazingo. Second baseman, Caden Blankenship. Justin Bird manning short. And at the hot corner, Nick Tripp. Now, Miles Hartsfield now up to bat, lays down a bunt, and is going to be called a foul ball as Usry grabbed the ball in foul territory. So just an exciting strike 1. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Just misses 1-2. Haney deals the 1-2. Off-speed pitch fouled straight back. Count stays frozen right where it is. Rounder to first. Grabbed by Mazingo. He'll take it himself for the second out.
Second baseman, number 23, Corey Lee.
So Corey Lee will dig in now. 2 outs and nobody on. Lee goes after the first pitch, pops it up, foul territory, right-hand side. That'll find the seats for strike 1. Lee, a 292 average on the year. He has 1 homer and 17 RBIs, slugging .358 on the season. Another foul ball makes it 0-2. Missed with that one, count 1 and 2. Haney thought he had strike 3. The 1-2. Fouled off out of play again. We'll do it over. Again, the 1-2 is again fouled off. Just missed the outside corner. Caught fastball, just tailed off the end of the plate. And the count evens up at 2-2. Fly ball out into right field. Hernandez going back, and he'll make the catch for the third and final out. A 1-2-3, top of the first. We go to the home half. Pacers coming to bat. At the bottom of the first inning, getting underway, Josh Sharp will lead it off for the Pacers as he takes on Ronaldo Houston. Houston, the starting pitcher for the Hurricanes, making his 10th start on the year. He has a 6-1 record and a 2.73 ERA, including 1 complete game shutout. 56 innings pitched, 43 hits, 19 runs, 17 of those earned, 74 strikeouts to 30 walks, and an opponent batting average of .214. Appeal on the very first pitch to Sharp, and they'll say he did not go around, so 1-0. Pitch on the outside corner, called a strike, 1-1. just misses. 2-1. Two-one pitch is fouled off into the screen, and it's 2-2. The 2-2. High and outside, full count. Here's a ground ball to second. Throw to first, one away. Let's go take a look at the Hurricane defense. Catching for Houston is Kelvin Alexander. Over at first base is Paul Hageman. Second baseman Corey Lee. Shortstop for today's game, Victor Sanchez. And over at third base, Miles Hartsfield. Into the outfield, Jake Blunstrup in left. Center fielder is Chris Patterson, and the right fielder for today is Garrett Bradley. Well, Jackson Hannon digs in. First pitch right down the middle to Hannon. Hannon with a solo home run in yesterday's game on the first pitch he saw back in the 6th inning. Working with a .308 batting average as he grounds this one to second. Ooh, Lee has some trouble with it. Throw to first is not in time, and Hannon will reach on the E4. A lucky break there for Jackson Hannon, using his speed to his advantage as Justin Bird steps up to the plate. Bird, a .224 average on the year. 4 home runs, 30 RBIs on the season, slugging .365. And check throw over to first base. Hannon safe and sound. Hannon always a threat to go, 14 of 16 on the year in stolen bases. Pitch right down the middle, 0-1. The 0-1, swing and a miss, 0-2. Check throw over to first base. Bit of an easy to read pickoff move there. Hannon takes his lead again. And the 0-2. High fly ball. This one shallow right field, right along the line, and making the catch is the second baseman Lee for the second out. Well, 2 down and a runner on first, and Joe Mozingo will dig in at the plate. Mozingo batting .388 on the season. It's the best batting average on the team. No home runs, but 20 RBIs, slugging .447, and his on-base percentage .427. Pitch outside for a ball, 1-0. Interestingly enough, Mozingo, while he has the best batting average on the team, he technically doesn't register as the leading hitter as he swings and misses for strike one. Hasn't played quite enough games to register as the full-time batting average leader. 25 games played in, 22 of those have been starts for Mozingo. As we have a check throw over to first base. Another check throw to first, and the ball gets away. Tried to do a quick pickoff move and ended up throwing it straight in the dirt, and Hannon will take second base on the E1 failed pickoff. So now the Pacers have a runner in scoring position. We'll see what Mozingo does here with a 1-1 count. Lets it go by, 2-1. And the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Mozingo out ahead of the off speed. And it's 2-2. Rounded right back to the mound. Houston will take it and flip it to the bag, and that will do it. Pacers unable to capitalize on the E4 as they leave Hannon stranded. We're off to the second, no score. Move on to the top of the second inning. Calvin Alexander, the catcher for the Hurricanes, will lead it off. Alexander, batting .215 on the season, 8 home runs and 28 RBIs, slugging .446 on the year, as pitches up and in for ball one. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Fouled back into the screen, 1-2. Lined on out into left field, and it will carry right into the glove of Sharp for the first out.
The designated hitter, number 9, Reed Ragsdale.
That'll bring up the DH Reed Ragsdale. Ragsdale, .347 average on the year, 1 home run, 9 RBIs. He's slugging .493, however. 1 out and nobody on. He goes after the first pitch and fouls it out of play for strike 1. The 0-1. Good looking pitch. I actually think the way it was caught might have fooled the umpire. The count evens up at 1-1. Just missed outside, 2-1. Foul ball. And it's 2-2. 2-2 pitch on its way, and this one ripped foul. And the 2-2 pitch, low and inside. Count is full. Payoff pitch, swing and a miss. Ragsdale down on strikes as Haney wins the battle. Now we'll see Victor Sanchez come to the plate. Sanchez batting .323 on the season. He has 3 homers, 24 RBIs, and he's slugging an even .500 on the year. 2 outs and nobody on here in the top of the second inning. First pitch right down the middle, strike one. The 0-1, low and outside, 1-1. Low and away again, 2-1. Fly ball, foul of territory, and out of play. Two-two pitch. Grounded. Back to Haney. He fires to first, and that'll do it. Another quick 1-2-3 inning for Haney and the Pacers. Off to the bottom of the second, still no score. To the bottom of the second we go. Nick Tripp will lead it off for USC Aiken. Tripp, .287 average on the season, 7 home runs and 22 RBIs, slugging a .493 on the year. Pitch low and away for a ball, 1-0. Pitch down the middle, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Fly ball right side and out of play. And the 1-2 pitch. Another foul ball. Spoils the pitch, keeps the count right where it is. Bounces in front of home plate. That'll even the count at 2-2. Popped it up behind the plate, and that'll end up out of play as well. And the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Got him with an off-speed pitch. Tripped down on strikes for the first out. Now we'll bring up the DH Luke Parker for the Pacers. Parker batting .286 on the year. He has a pair of home runs and 18 RBIs. Also slugging .376. Shows bunt, pulls it back, in there for strike one nonetheless. Which misses low. 1-1. The 1-1. Upstairs, 2-1. Lined into left field. That'll be a base hit. First hit of the afternoon belongs to Luke Parker as he's aboard with a one-out single. Okay, Nussery digs in. Runner on first with one out. Ussery, a .297 hitter on the season, making his 10th start of the year. Pair of RBIs as well, slugging .351, on base percentage .357 for the Pacer catcher. First pitch he sees is low, 1-0. The 1-0. Just missed outside. The 2-0. Lofted out into center field. Drifting over is Patterson, who makes the catch for the second out. They'll bring up Caden Blankenship now. 2 outs with a man on first for Blankenship. Batting .288 on the year. 2 homers, 17 RBIs, and a slugging of .394. Check throw over to first base, not in time. Parker, a moderate threat on the base pass, 6 for 9 in stolen bases. And he takes off as this one is skied in the air. Right-hand side of the infield, and Lee is there to make the catch for the third and final out. The Pacers leave another runner stranded. We go to the third. Still no score. And into the top of the third inning we go. Pacers and Hurricanes all tied up at 0 apiece as Garrett Bradley leads things off, sends one out into center field. Hannon drifting back, and he will make the catch for a quick 1 out. Couldn't even give you the stat line on Bradley there as he sat down. But coming into the game, he was batting .315 with 7 RBIs and a .333 slugging percentage. That number's kind of gone down a little bit. But now Paul Hageman digs in with 1 out and nobody on as Haney deals. First pitch, foul tip, strike 1. Hageman batting .240 on the year. He has 4 homers and 22 RBIs, slugging .405 on the year. 0-1 is another swing and a miss, 0-2. And last night, the Pacers able to handle a lot of the bottom of the order early on, and in the later half of the game, the bottom half of the order started figuring out the Pacer pitching. As this one comes in and hits Hageman on the shin. And the hit by pitch gives the Hurricanes their first base runner of the afternoon.
Center fielder number 11, Chris Patterson.
Chris Patterson, the number 9 hitter and center fielder at the plate. 1 on and 1 out here in the top of the third inning. And this one lofted out into right field. Hernandez barely has to move as he makes the catch for the second out. Now brings us back to the top of the order, and Jake Blunstrup flew out to left in his first at-bat. And again, runner on first base now with 2 down. First pitch missed upstairs. Blunstrup able to hold off on pulling the trigger. On the outside corner, evens the count up at 1-1. And the 1-1 pitch low and inside, 2-1. Check throw over to first, not in time. Hageman able to get back in under the tag. The 2-1, fly ball left side. Foul territory, long run for Sharp, and he makes the catch. Josh Sharp covering the ground and making the grab in foul territory for the third and final out. We move on to the bottom half of the third inning. Still no score. Welcome back, folks. Bottom of the third inning getting underway, and the number 9 hitter, Jose Hernandez, will lead things off for the Pacers. Hernandez only batting .213 on the year, but he's got some power in his bat. 5 home runs, 15 RBIs, and a slugging percentage of .475. And he'll let the first pitch go by for ball one, or for strike one. Foul tip into the glove, 0-2. And this one, a hot shot to third. Nice backhanded grab there. Long throw to first. And Hernandez is down for out number 1. But Miles Hartfield making a quick backhanded grab on a one-hopper. That's why they call it the hot corner. Well, back to the top of the order, and Josh Sharp, he grounded out to second in his first at-bat. First pitch outside, ball one. Sharp shows bunt, pulls it back. Pitch was in there anyway, 1-1. Popped it up. Shallow center field. Long run here. And coming in to make the catch is Patterson for the second out. Patterson having to recover a lot of ground there as that was a shallow pop-up. That'll bring up Jackson Hannon. Hannon reached on an error in his last at-bat. 2 outs and nobody on for the Pacers center fielder. And the first pitch misses low. 1-0. The 1-0 pitch falls into the strike zone. And the count evens up at 1-1. Off the end of the bat, and it's 1-2. Lined out into right field, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. And with a big turn there as that ball came in quickly, he had to hustle back to the bag. But nonetheless, Hannon aboard with a 2-out single, and that'll bring up Justin Bird. Bird popped out to second in his first at-bat. He's 0 for 1 today. Check throw to first base, and they almost caught Hannon leaning. Fortunately for Hannon, the throw was a bit high. Another throw to first base, a little closer this time, but Hannon was ready. As we said earlier, Hannon is a threat to go. Swing and a miss at the plate, strike one. The 0-1 as Hannon takes off. Checked his swing. Did he go? No, he did not. The throw to second is in time. And Hannon gunned down, trying to swipe second base to close out the bottom of the third inning. We're off to the fourth. Still no score. And we're back with the top of the fourth inning. Leading it off, Miles Hartsfield of the Hurricanes. He's 0 for 1 today, grounded out to first in his first at-bat. 1-0 pitch is in there for a called strike, 1-1. One pitch hits the corner, 1-2. Fly ball out into center field. Hannon coming in and making the catch for out number 1.
Second baseman number 23, Corey Lee.
I'll bring Corey Lee to the plate. Lee flew out to right his first time up. Nobody on and 1 out here in the top of the fourth inning. Here's a chopper to third. Grabbed by Tripp, fires across the diamond, and it's an absolute strike for the second out. We were mentioning before the game, it's interesting, Nick Tripp plays both first and third base. Not often you see somebody that is able to do that as often as he does. And that throw right there proved why Nick Tripp is a valuable third baseman. Well, Calvin Alexander will dig in, and he goes after the first pitch he sees and pops it foul for strike 1. Alexander lined out to left his first time up. Pitch right down the middle, 0-2. And the 0-2 pitch fouled off. Will do it over. And the 0-2 once again is also fouled out of play. The count stays frozen at 0-2. Chopper to third, and that one's going to end up foul. Tough at bat here for Alexander as he's battling with an 0-2 count. Tried to hold up. The pitch was outside. Throw down to first, and that'll do it. A 1-2-3, top of the fourth inning. We've played 3.5, and we've got a bit of a pitcher's duel going on. Home half of the fourth coming up. At the bottom of the fourth inning, we'll get this underway with Justin Bird, who will continue his at-bat after it was interrupted with Jackson Hannon being caught stealing. No score yet between the Hurricanes and the Pacers. Both pitchers are dealing right now. Only 2 hits in the game combined. Pitch outside, ball 1. Off the end of the bat, this is goes to third. The throw to first will be on the mark for out number 1. Well, Joe Mazingo digs in now. 1 out, nobody on. Mazingo grounded out to the mound his first time up to end the first inning. Pitch outside, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. Line fair down the left side. Bazingo is going to try to turn this into a double. No, he's not. He holds up at just the last second, and it was a smart move as that throw came in fast. A 1-out single for Joe Mazingo. That'll bring up Nick Tripp. I'll give some credit there to the left fielder, Blindstrom, to get over and cut that ball off. As Mazingo definitely was thinking second all the way and had to put on the brakes in a hurry. But Nick Tripp digging in now, 0 for 1 with a strikeout today. And he grounds the first pitch he sees foul for strike 1. Pitch high and away for a ball, 1-1. Fouled off out of play. A 1-2 count on Nick Tripp. Pitch high and outside, 2-2. The count all evened up on the Pacer third baseman. We have a check throw over to first base. Mozingo just shuffles back to the bag. Mozingo, not really a threat to go. He's only tried to steal a base once, and he was successful in his attempt. And the 2-2 pitch, grounded, back to the mound. They're going to try to turn two. The throw to second for one. The throw to first is not in time. Oh, Tripp reaches on the fielder's choice. Mozingo is erased on the 1-6. That'll bring up Luke Parker now. Runner still on first base now with two down. Parker singled his last time up, so he's 1 for 1 today. Pitch low and outside, 1-0. The 1-0. Fly ball out into right field. Bradley is there, and he will make the catch for the third and final out. So once again, the Pacers leave a man stranded. We're off to the fifth inning, still no score. So we move on to the top of the fifth inning, and designated hitter Reed Ragsdale will lead it off for the Hurricanes as he fouls off the first pitch for strike one. Ragsdale 0 for 1 with a strikeout today. Low and inside, and it's 1-1. Ground ball to short. Oh, it took a nasty hop. And we're going to see what they decide to score it. And they're going to score that a hit, thanks in part to the nasty hop. So the no-hitter comes to a close as Ragsdale leads things off with a single here in the fifth inning. Check throw over to first base, not in time. Ragsdale gets in under the tag. First pitch to the plate just misses outside, 1-0. Check throw over to first again, and once again not in time. As a threat on the base path, Ragsdale has 8 stolen bases on 8 attempts. 1-0 pitch, misses outside, 2-0. Another check throw over to first base, once again not in time. And again, they'll check on the runner at first base, and once again, Ragsdale back safely. Here's a line drive over the head of the jumping Blankenship at second. Hernandez came in to cover that pretty quickly. He almost had a play at second base, but it will be a single for Victor Sanchez, as the first 2 men are aboard for the Hurricanes here in the 5th inning. Well, that will see Garrett Bradley come to the plate. 2 on and nobody out here in the 5th. Show a bunt. This one bunted down the third base side. Tripp comes in, fires to first. Ooh! And they got him. Close play at first, but Blankenship slid into the bag to make the out. Runners both advanced, though, so the sacrifice bunt is successful. So the umpires are going to come together and convene. I think the Hurricanes are arguing that Blankenship was off the bag when he caught the ball. And they uphold the call. So a sacked bunt moves the runners to second and third, and now there's 1 away here in the 5th. Paul Hageman will dig in. Hit by a pitch back in the 3rd. He was the first base runner that the Hurricanes managed to have. And now he's got a chance to take the lead here with 2 runners in scoring position and only 1 away. And he will rip this one into right field. That'll score at least 1 and maybe 2 as they wave the runner home. Hernandez fires the ball in. It is an RBI single for Hageman, and the Hurricanes lead it 2-0. Chris Patterson will step up now. Runner on first, 1 out. Hurricanes now leading 2-0 over the Pacers. Patterson 0 for 1, flew out to right his first time up, and the first pitch is in there for a strike. Fouls it off, 0-2. Fly ball out into center field. Hannon tracking it down, and he'll make the catch for the second out. Bring us to the top of the order as Jake Lindstrom returns to the plate. 0 for 2 today. 2 outs and a runner on first for the Hurricane left fielder. Pitch is low, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch, high and outside, 2-0. Outside corner, called a strike. And that'll move the count to 2-1. Fouled off out of play, 2-2. Here's a ground ball to second. They'll go the short way to short, and that will do it. However, the Hurricanes have opened up the scoring on a 2-run single by Paul Hageman. They lead it 2-0, headed into the bottom of the 5th inning. As we move on to the bottom of the 5th inning, the Pacers find themselves trailing now 2-0 as Caden Usry will lead it off for the Pacers. Usry flew out to center in his first at-bat, 0 for 1 today. And a swing and a miss on the first pitch, strike 1. Lofted out into right center field, and that's going to drop for a base hit and go to the wall. Usry hustling for second. He dives in with a leadoff double. Good piece of hitting there from Caden Usry. That'll bring up second baseman Caden Blankenship. Usry 0 for 1. He popped out to second his first time up. Blankenship popped out to second his first time up. And first pitch low and away for ball 1. Here's a chopper to third. They'll hold the runner. The throw to first is in time. Nice barehanded grab there at third by Miles Hartsfield. That was probably the only way he was going to be able to gun down Blankenship. I'll bring up Jose Hernandez. Hernandez had a hot shot to third base, but that one was snagged as well by Hartsfield, who stole possibly an extra base hit away from the Pacer right fielder. One out and a runner on second as this pitch is down the middle on Hernandez for strike one. Pitch in the dirt. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Chased a high fastball, and he's down 1-2. And the 1-2 pitch just missed outside, and it'll even things up at 2-2. Again, just outside, Hernandez lays off of it, and that'll make the count full. And the payoff pitch just missed high and outside, and the patience pays off for Hernandez as he'll take the free pass to first. That'll bring us to the top of the order, Josh Sharp. Sharp 0 for 2 today, flew out to center his last time up. Runners on first and second for the Pacers as they're looking for a way to try to tie this game up. Pitch upstairs, and it's 1-0 on Sharp. Pitch low and inside, and it's 2-0. Pitch right down the middle, called a strike, 2-1. Ball in the dirt, kept in front of him. Alexander able to keep the ball in front of him, and it's 3-1. Ripped foul, and the count now full. And check throw to second base. They got him. Usry a little too far off the bag. And now 2 outs and a full count at the plate. Runner on first base for the Pacers. Runner goes, pitches inside, and ball 4. We'll put runners on first and second once again for USC Aiken. That pickoff now really hurts because the Pacers would have bases loaded with only 1 out. But Jackson Hannon will dig in. 1 for 2 today with a single. He was also caught stealing. And the first pitch low and away for ball 1. The 1-0 on its way. This one fouled off the end of the bat, and it's 1-1. And nobody there to make the check throw on, but he's unable to send the runner in Hernandez back to the bag at second. The 1-1 pitch is sent high in the air to left field. Lindstrup is there, and he will make the catch for the third and final out. So the Pacers threaten, but we're unable to drive home any runs as we head into the 6th inning. Still 2-0, Georgia Southwestern. And we're back with the top of the 6th inning getting underway. Joel Haney back out there to continue another inning of work. And he will face off against Miles Hartsfield to lead things off. Hartsfield 0 for 2 today. And he turns on that one and sends it high and deep. If it's fair, it's gone. It is a foul ball. And a bunt here. Right back to first, and hustling back to the bag is Mozingo, who takes it himself for the first out.
Second baseman number 23, Corey Lee.
Oh, Corey Lee will step up to the plate now, also 0 for 2 today, grounded out to third in his last at-bat. Pitch upstairs, 1-0. Right down the middle. And that'll even the count at 1-1. Grounded foul down the third base side, and it's 1-2. Ground ball to third. Nice diving grab by Tripp. He has trouble getting out of his glove, however, and safe at first is Lee on the infield single. Ended up landing on top of his glove, and that's what made it hard to make the transition. So Calvin Alexander will step up now with a runner on first and one out. Pitch upstairs, 1-0. Check throw to first base, not in time. High fly ball, left side of the infield. Tripp drifting into foul territory, and he will make the catch in fair territory for the second out. That'll bring up Reed Ragsdale. He got things going for the Hurricanes with a hot shot to short, which ate up the shortstop Bird on a nasty hop. And he just sent this one a mile into right field. There's no doubt about it. That one, it is gone. A two-run shot for Reed Ragsdale, and the lead has doubled for the Hurricanes. It is 4-0. Well, Victor Sanchez will dig in now with nobody on and 2 outs and a 4-0 lead to work with. Sanchez singled and scored his last time up. He's 1 for 2. And the first pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. Grounded through the left side for a base hit. No action yet in the Pacer bullpen, although I wouldn't be surprised if I see a few guys trot down there soon as any beginning to struggle. Garrett Bradley will step up to the plate now with a runner on first and 2 down. Sacrifice bunt and a fly out, so he's 0 for 1 today. Check throw over to first base, not in time. Pitch just missed low for a ball, 1-0. Turned on and sent high and deep into right field. Hernandez drifting back, and he's going to watch this one go as well. Another 2-run home run, the second one of the inning, and the Hurricanes are pouring it on. They lead 6-0. I'll bring up Paul Hageman. Hageman had a 2 RBI single his last time up, the first runs of the game. He's 1 for 1, as he's also been hit by a pitch. Nobody on and 2 out here in the top of the 6th inning. Hurricanes now leading 6-0. And this one is popped up high in the air, shallow left field. And Sharp will come all the way in to make the catch for the third and final out. But the Hurricanes have broken it wide open. 2 2-run home runs have made it a 6-0 ball game as we head into the bottom of the 6th. And we're in the bottom of the 6th inning. Pacers have got some ground to make up as they trail 6-0. And Justin Bird will lead it off for USC Aiken. Usan continuing to deal out there as he deals the first pitch strike to Bird. There's not even anybody manning the Hurricane bullpen right now. Not even somebody just to tend to the bags. As this pitch misses outside, 1-1. Pacers, on the other hand, do have some action going on. Pitch missed outside, 2-1. Pacers appear to have Evil Sizer warming up in the pen right now as the pitch misses, 3-1 on Bird. Bird 0 for 2 today. And this one's upstairs, ball 4. And a leadoff walk gets things going for the Pacers here in the 6th. And so Joe Mozingo will head back up to the plate. Mozingo is 1 for 2 today with a single. And the first pitch to Mozingo's in there for strike 1. Grounded foul, 0-2. Swing and a miss, and Mozingo goes down on strikes for the first out. That'll bring up Nick Tripp. Tripp 0 for 2 today, reached on a fielder's choice and struck out. Check throw over to first base, not in time. Bird back safely. Swing and a miss. Tripp chases a ball out of the zone, 0-1. The Hurricanes now have some folks out in the bullpen, but they are not in a rush to start warming up. Foul tip into the glove, and it's 0-2. Just missed outside, 1-2. And a swing and a miss from Tripp. He goes down on strikes for the second out. So Luke Parker will step up now with a runner on first and 2 outs. After the leadoff walk to Bird, there's been back-to-back strikeouts. And the first pitch to Parker is low for ball 1. Well, Parker 1 for 2 today with a single. Upper inside corner called a strike, and it's 1-1. Missed inside, 2-1. Foul ball, and the count evens up at 2-2. Check throw over to first base, not in time. Bird back safe and sound. Another check throw to the bag, and once again, not in time. And a swing and a miss from Parker. He goes down on strikes after walking the first batter. Musan manages to strike out the remaining 3 as we head into the top of the 7th. Pacers down 6-0. And we are back with the top of the 7th inning getting underway. Joel Haney's afternoon is over with after 6 innings pitched. 2 strikeouts, no walks, 7 hits, 6 runs. All 6 of those were earned. And now the Pacers go to their bullpen and bring out Cole Evilsizer. Evilsizer making his 7th appearance on the year. He has a 3.86 ERA and no record in 7 innings pitched. And the first pitch is grounded to second, and there's one away as Chris Patterson sits down for the first out. I'll bring us to the top of the order now. Jake Lindstrom, 0 for 3, reached on a fielder's choice in his last at-bat. And the first pitch outside for ball 1. Grounded to the third, Tripp has it, fires to first, 2 down.
The third baseman, number 3, Miles Hartsfield.
That'll bring up Miles Hartsfield. Hartsfield also 0 for 3 today. He grounded out to first in his last at-bat. Nobody on and 2 out here in the top of the 7th inning. And the first pitch in there for strike 1. Fouled off, 0-2. Pitch outside, 1-2. Missed upstairs, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Counts all evened up. In there for a call, strike 3. And Evil Sizer works a 1-2-3 inning of relief as we move on to the 7th inning stretch. Pacers still down 6-0. And welcome back from the 7th inning stretch, folks. We will head into the bottom of the 7th inning with Caden Usry leading it off for USC Aiken. Doubled his last time up, but was picked off to erase the leadoff double. He is 1 for 2 on the afternoon, and the first pitch he sees is in there for strike 1. Grounds this one to third. Tough handle, and he is going to be safe. And Caden Blankenship is going to come up to the plate now with a runner on first and nobody out. First pitch in there for a strike. And they're going to score that a base hit for Usry. Pitch is low for a ball, and it's 1-1. Upper inside corner, called a strike, and it's 1-2. In there for a call, strike 3. And Blankenship down looking for the first out. That'll bring up the number 9 hitter, Jose Hernandez. 0 for 1 with a walk today. Runner on first with 1 out. Goes after the first pitch and pops it up. And the catch will be made by Lee for the second out. That'll bring Josh Sharp up to the plate now. 2 outs and a runner on first. Sharp 0 for 2 today with a walk. Slider right down the middle, strike one. Low and outside, 1-1. And the 1-1 pitch in there for a called strike, and it's 1-2. The 1-2 pitch, ground ball to short. That one takes a nasty hop, and everybody will be safe as well. The inning will continue. An E6 is the official call. Runners on first and second for the Pacers with 2 down, and Jackson Hannon at the plate. Hannon 1 for 3 today with a single. And the pitch is low for ball 1. And the 1-0 pitch just misses outside, 2-0. High and outside, 3 balls and no strikes to Hannon. Upper part of the zone, 3-1. Right down the middle, 3-2. Nissan steps off the mound to just send the runners back to their bags. 3-2 the count at the plate, 2 outs and 2 on here in the bottom of the 7th inning. And the payoff pitch, ground ball to third. The throw to first, and that will do it. Again, the Pacers threaten but are unable to drive home any runs. We head into the 8th inning. Pacers down 6-0. And into the top of the 8th we go. Evil Sizer back out for another inning of relief, and Tyler Littlefield has taken over for Caden Blankenship over at second base. First pitch to Corey Lee is high for ball one. Lee is 1 for 3 today with a single and a run scored. Low and outside, 2-0. The 2-0 pitch is high, 3-0. Right down the middle, 3-1. Upstairs and inside, ball 4, and a leadoff walk to Corey Lee will get us underway here in the 8th. That'll bring Calvin Alexander 0 for 3 today with a strikeout. Runner on first, nobody out for the Hurricane catcher. And the first pitch fastball in there for strike one. The 0-1 low and away, 1-1. Missed low. 2 balls and a strike to Alexander. Outside, 3-1. Well, now Evil Sizer, after working a clean 7th, having trouble finding the strike zone here in the 8th inning, and coming out to chat with his pitcher is Caden Usry. Meeting will come to a close. 3-1 count at the plate to Alexander. And the pitch. Hit the other way and through for a base hit. Lee is going to hustle for third. The throw is going to get cut off. And so a single from Alexander puts runners on the corners for the Hurricanes, and still nobody out. That will bring up Reed Ragsdale. Ragsdale really broke this game wide open with a 2-run shot his last time up. He also has singled and scored back in the 5th inning, 2 for 3 on the afternoon. And Coach Michael Holder is going to come out, and he's going to signal to the bullpen. Evil Sizer's afternoon is done. We'll take a break. Be right back with a new man from the pen in just a bit. And we are back, and the Pacers actually go to their bench to pull out their new pitcher, as the designated hitter Luke Parker is the new pitcher for the Pacers. So USC Aiken loses the DH spot in the game. Parker making his 6th appearance on the year in relief. He has a 1-1 record and a 7.56 ERA in 8 1/3 innings pitched. And he's inherited runners on the corners as Evil Sizer goes 1 inning plus with 1 strikeout, 1 walk, and 1 hit. As the first pitch fouled off by Ragsdale for strike 1. So far, Evil Sizer has not given up a run. However, the 2 men on base are still his responsibility. The 0-1, all-speed pitch misses low, 1-1. Hard ground ball to the right side. That'll get through for a base hit. Scoring from third easily is Lee. It's an RBI single for Ragsdale, and the score now 7-0. Victor Sanchez back up to the plate now. He is 2 for 3 with a pair of singles and a pair of runs scored. Runners on first and second, still nobody out. As Parker deals, first pitch change up in there for a strike. The 0-1. Ripped out into left field for a base hit. They're going to wave Alexander home. The throw is cut off. Another RBI single for Victor Sanchez, and the score now 8-0. Well, that will close out the night for Evil Sizer, as he's given up 2 runs. And now everybody on base is the responsibility of Parker. Well, Garrett Bradley will now bat. He is 1 for 2 today with a 2-run home run in his last at-bat. 2 on and nobody out here in the top of the 8th, as the off-speed pitch misses upstairs for ball 1. Pitch low and outside, 2-0. The 2-0 inside for a ball, 3-0. Fastball down the middle, and it's 3-1. Missed low and outside, ball 4, and a walk to Bradley will load the bases. Paul Hagman will now step up to the plate, goes after the first pitch for strike 1. Hageman is 1 for 2 today with a 2 RBI single. Bases are loaded, nobody out, and he cranks this one out into center field. Hannon giving chase, still giving chase, and that's going to go off of the wall. One run will easily score, so will two. They're going to hold the third runner at third. It is a 2 RBI double for Paul Hageman. And the Hurricanes just keep pouring it on. It is 10-0. That'll bring up the number 9 hitter in Chris Patterson. Runners on second and third, still nobody out. As this first pitch gets away all the way to the backstop, runner comes home, and scoring on the wild pitch is Bradley. It is now 11-0. Now a runner on third with nobody out. One 0 count to Patterson. Pitch is low, ball one. Here's a ground ball to short. The run will score. They'll throw to first. One away. So Patterson picks up an RBI as Hageman comes home to score. And it is now 12-0 Hurricanes. Back to the top of the order, and it's Jake Blinstrup. And Blinstrup fouls off the first pitch he sees, strike one. Blinstrup is 0 for 4 today. Grounded out to third in his last at-bat. Bounces the next pitch, and it's 1-1. Grounded foul. And it's 1-2. Turn on and sent out into deep right field. Hernandez drifting back, and he will make the catch for the second out. I'll bring up Miles Hartsfield. All 9 Hurricanes have come to the plate this inning, and he is also 0 for 4 today with a strikeout in his last at-bat. First pitch, down the middle, strike one. Up and in, 1-1. Bounces in the dirt, 2-1. The 2-1, high and outside, 3-1. And the 3-1 pitch, fouled off, full count. And the payoff pitch, swing and a miss. Hartsfield down on strikes to close out the 8th inning. But the Hurricanes came into the 8th leading 6-0. They come out of it leading 12-0 as we move on to the bottom half of the 8th. So the bottom of the 8th inning gets underway. Pacers down 12-0 as Justin Bird will lead it off, 0 for 2 with a walk. And the first pitch right down the middle for strike one. New pitcher on the mound, Jacob McClure, has come into the game. McClure making his third appearance on the year, 6.75 ERA. He's only thrown 1 1/3 innings, as this pitch misses low and outside. This one's sent on out into left center field, and that's going to drop in for a base hit and go to the wall. Bird with a leadoff double here in the 8th to get the Pacers underway. And that will bring up Joe Mozingo now. Mozingo is 1 for 3 today with a single, and we're going to have a meeting on the mound after just one at bat. And just a little meeting to talk down Jacob McClure. The stat line on Yusun is 7 innings pitched, 4 strikeouts, 1 walk, 4 hits, and no runs. A solid outing for the starter. And now the meeting comes to a close. We'll get right back to it. Again, Mozingo stepping up to the plate. McClure deals, and this one's high and outside, 1-0. This one, blooper into center field, and that'll drop in for a single. Back-to-back hits for the Pacers put runners on the corners with nobody out, and I think the Hurricanes are going to make a call to the bullpen. So McClure comes in, faces 2 batters, and that'll be the end of his night. We'll go to the bullpen. Be right back. strikes. New pitcher out of the pen is Colby Gordon for the Hurricanes, and the Pacers make a change of their own as the pinch hitter, Nick Varda, takes a first pitch strike. In there for a call strike on Varda, and it is 0-2. Well, the stat line on McClure, no innings pitched, well, no innings plus pitched, no strikeouts, no walks, and 2 hits, and the runners on base are his responsibility. Take a look at Colby Gordon's stats as well. This is his 12th start of the year. He has a 2-1 record, or 12th appearance of the year, a 2-1 record, 3.86 ERA. And the 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Varda down on strikes. The 1 out and 2 on is Luke Parker steps back up, 1 for 3 today, struck out in his last at-bat. Runners on the corners, 1 out, and this one is grounded up the middle. This will score 1 unless they turn 2. The throw to first is in time. And the Pacers still cannot get on the board as the double play ends the inning and ends the threat. We're off to the 9th. It's still 12-0. And correction, they're going to go ahead and call the run rule now as the Pacers fall to the Hurricanes 12-0 in 8 innings. Oh, an unfortunate ending to the game for the Pacers as they lose the series to Georgia Southwestern, and they now fall to 25-16 overall with a 17-6 mark in conference play, breaking now even in losses with Young Harris, as the Hurricanes improve to 23-14 overall and 16-7 in the PBC. Pacers and Hurricanes will return to action tomorrow. And first pitch for that game is slotted for 1 o'clock p.m. But until then, I'm Marcus Johnson. Thank you for joining us this afternoon, and have a good one.